What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Comeback Sports. Folks, I am your host, Pat the Shot Caller Flaherty. And as always, I am joined by my co-host, Brandon the Coach Perry. Brandon, another great week in sports. How we doing, my friend?
I think I might want to be called the Shot Caller from now on. That's such a cool name, man.
Yeah, I know. Producer Ben Kudo gave it to me. I didn't give it to myself, I promise. I was honored to take that nickname from our producer, Ben Kudo, who's, as always, doing a ton behind the scenes for us and is doing it again this week. Folks, we are on YouTube Live, as always, so make sure when you go on YouTube Live, you give us a subscription. You subscribe to the Comeback Sports YouTube channel. But in addition, we're also live on Twitch. We're trying to, use different platforms as we continue to broadcast our show. So if you like Twitch instead of YouTube, go on Twitch as well. Go on both, subscribe to both. Check it out. Folks, you can also find Brandon and I's Twitter handles at the bottom of the screen. If you want to follow us there, we always tweet out the links from the show. And we also tweet out some of our opinions about what's going on in sports. And finally, folks, at the bottom of the screen, again, you can call into the show. You can leave a voicemail or you can call in and talk to us live on our show if you got a question about some of the topics we're discussing or any sports topics you want to bring up throughout the show, comments, questions, whatever you want to talk about, you can call into that number. So we're going to kick things off again here on Comeback Sports with more of a local topic, but obviously it's NHL playoffs are underway. It's great to see the NHL and NBA playoffs starting at sort of around the time they normally would. It's a little bit later than normal, but not too much later, right around the same time as they normally do. NHL playoffs are unbelievable, and the best series so far has been the Bruins and the Caps. Their first two games of their playoff series have gone to overtime. Brandon, what's the experience been like for you watching these two Bruins games?
I mean, it's been really exciting, and I think this is exactly what people sign up for when they want to see playoff sports, and especially playoff hockey. And I mean, we've been talking about these two teams going back to December. I mean, because they're such rivals and coastal rivals here, and they played each other a lot, and they've seen each other a lot this season. But yeah, man, I don't think any one of us could have called so far what this series has been like with those two overtime games and it being 1-1 right now and the third game coming on tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Bruins can do in there. But I think the biggest thing that I think me as a fan and I think most fans enjoy is it's been a physical series. It's been really that like playoff hockey intensity where it's just speed and hitting each other end to end. And so I'm really looking to see if it continues that throughout the series. And hopefully the Bruins can get the edge tonight and pull out a win.
Yeah, Game 3 is actually going on right now as we speak. So, crazy stuff happening in this game as well. I mean, it was awesome to watch these two games. I'm watching the Bruins game, or the second game of the series, and I'm sitting there like the Bruins were up, I think 2-1 at one point, and I'm waiting to see like Taylor Hall do something. Then Taylor Hall commits a turnover, and that forces a power play for the Caps. And I'm like, God, maybe this guy's not playoff ready. He's been on teams that haven't been as good. Maybe this moment's too big for him, even though he's such a great player. Then he comes back towards the end of the third period when you think the Bruins are going to lose, and makes that great play to get a shot on net, and then he cleans up the couple of rebounds that happened afterwards to tie it up. And played so well and made the big play of the game to get it into overtime. And then that Marchand goal was awesome. He sniped it from that right circle right there. So just an awesome win for them in Game 2. And like you said, Brandon, we called that this was going to be a great series. This is going 7. I don't know how it's not going to go 7. The Bruins are in good shape right now because they are the ones that are, have a 1-1 series tie going home. So they've sort of flipped that home field advantage. If they can home ice advantage, they win the next two. They're in great shape. First things first, they got to win tonight. But yeah, I think this series is going 7. It's going to be one of the best series in the first round at least.
Yeah, I mean, and it could be one of those series where you might have the potential like Eastern Conference champion coming out of this series, because I think both of these teams are really that good and they're playing at such a high level right now. And yeah, I think like you said, it's really, if I'm the coach, like you said, it's one game at a time and it's really one possession at a time. And and one period at a time, because it's such intensity between these two teams, and the quality of play has been so high and so good. But what I really enjoyed was seeing Marchand and Patrice Bergeron, and then having them talk after the game about, how their relationship has developed over their career together, but most recently heading into this playoffs, how they talked with each other about what they wanted to get done going into this series. And then I think we got to see that in that overtime, which was awesome. And hopefully they can keep that chemistry going for Game 3 tonight and really pull out a win.